Ah, welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today we are finally doing Kate Bush, The Dreaming. This was from our viewer reaction poll, and many of you requested this thing. I think this came in third on that poll.
Yes.
So we're now getting to it. I've been waiting for this thing forever since we've heard Hounds of Love. I've just been wanting to like deep dive into Kate Bush's catalog, but you guys all recommended this one, so I held off. I'm like, let's do this before I like do a deep dive. But this is the album that came before Hounds of Love.
Oh, precursor.
Yes, and what I've been seeing is that it was like described as not commercial. So I keep seeing that word in the Wikipedia and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's gonna be a little bit more abstract. I'm guessing. A lot of you in the comments told us that it's like, a little bit more of a spooky zone, a little bit more, story driven. I don't know if it's story driven is the right word, but very thematic.
Oh, okay.
And we know, I mean, Hounds of Love was as well, but that first half, especially of Hounds of Love, was just like some of the best '80s hits I've ever heard.
Got some bangers in there, yeah.
Cloud Busting stays in my head forever, and it will forever probably. That song's incredible. But yeah, I've been waiting for this thing. So I'm just ready to dive in. I'm so ready for this.
Okay. I'm excited for the spooky zone.
Yes,
I think I've said in multiple occasions more albums need spooky zones.
it's true.
So I hope that there's a lengthy one in this album. But I guess we'll see. We'll get started with Sat in Your Lap, track 1. Good?
Yes.
Okay.
I see the people working and see it working for them. And still I want to join in, but then I find it hard. So see that knowledge is something such a in your lap. So see that knowledge is something that you never hold.
This is definitely a Kate Bush song.
Yeah.
So can you tap
I-
it for me?
What's interesting is I'm getting some Sparks influence from the hit Edgar Wright documentary.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you never hold. So see that knowledge is something such a in your lap.
This probably came before that, I think.
No, they were in the 70s.
Oh, were they?
Just when I think I'm king, I must admit, I just begin. Just when I think everything's going great, I just begin. I got the break, hey, I'm gonna take it all. Some gray and white matter. Coming up the ladder.
Don't.
I like that. Oh, I didn't catch that in time.
No, you didn't. All right, we're good.
That's okay. That was track 1. Was it Sat Upon Your Lap? Sat in Your Lap. What'd you think, huh?
That was wild.
It
wild.
was wacky.
I was not ready for that. Percussion's awesome though. Like immediately, just like it's off kilter groove, but the drums are just smacking them. Yeah, it's really interesting. I feel like this is gonna like have to take a couple to like get into.
Yeah.
But, like she was doing a lot of like really cool things here. It's very off kilter, but it's also like so Kate Bush and just like how eccentric and all over the place it is. I think it's a good way to start a record when it's just like, bah, right in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked how fun that was. It was definitely all over the place. They got the weird choir thing. That was wacky, but I did enjoy it. So I guess
The song charted too, by the way.
I mean it has a decent amount of plays on it, but
Yeah,
that's
just like a song like this charting is like that's kind of interesting.
and yeah 82. Yeah, I guess I could see it, but I guess we'll keep it going with There Goes a Tenor, which I believe is a British term for 10 pence. I don't know. This is even more wacky than the first one.
She's just like moved the mic position like 4 times. That was wild. Oh, and her production's so lush too. And she's not just like banging a drum.
Yeah, this is like a 180 from the first one. This is very nice.
We got the job sussed.
Sussed?
Oh,
Yo!
in 1982, that's crazy.
Look out his
Crazy, dude.
Oh, there goes the tenor. Hey, look, there's a fiver.
Fiverr?
Yo,
Like the website?
10 shilling note.
British slang.
That's when we used to vote for him.
Got it that time.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
There goes a tenor.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That one immediately just bam. I
Yeah.
feel like the first track had to it was like ignition. You had to really get in there. They had to just pull you in.
Yeah.
This one though, like I love it. The building of this track is amazing. Even just like the verse to the pre-chorus to the chorus and then the post-chorus, the mic is in like different positions every time. There's a different vocal inflection, which I love stuff like that. I mean, Kendrick does that a lot, where he'll switch up a voice to like vary a song. But even just like a dream about robbing a bank, it's like just some weird magical like the horns coming in and everything. It's like really fun, but like at the same time, production's like next level. She just knows how to like have such an imagination when it comes to like every single track. It's just like, let's just put everything into this. Make
Yeah.
it something weird.
I like how wacky this album is. Because, you know, you start off with Hounds of Love and it's just like, just really solid 80s pop stuff. But this is like
Just
right out the
spectacular
get-go.
80 pop. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's
like
good 80s pop.
transcendent. Yeah.
But like, you know, this is so out there. The comments were correct that this one is way more wacky. And I like the wacky. So keep it coming. So I guess we'll do track 3. Oh, I was going to make a joke that should have been track 10. Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
But I guess we'll move on to track 3. Pull out the pin. A grenade reference, I assume.
Probably.
Or it could be
It
an
says that-
acupuncture reference.
It says that David Gilmour's on this song, so
Fill the less knowledgeable people up with who
Pink
David
Floyd.
Gilmour. Okay.
With my silver bullet and my silver bullet.
Is this supposed to be Vietnam War?
something like that.
Okay. From the perspective of the Viet Cong.
Those like synth, those MIDI things that she does are like so like mysterious and cool.
Yeah, this one is like, I don't know. It's like a sneak mission song. All right, that was track 3. Pull out the pin.
That's the best one so far. It's getting better as we go. Yeah, that's how you do an anti-war song. That's definitely one of the better ones, or one of the best ones I've heard. Everything about that track, she knows an environment very well. And this one is no exception. It's just very, you know, immediately, like as soon as the track started. And then you had like the helicopter going through.
Yeah.
I think including David Gilmour is like genius, just because like the man did The Wall. Like
Yeah.
that's the guy to get on here.
It's true.
And I think someone had said in the comments that David Gilmour kind of like, I don't want to say mentored Kate Bush, but kind of like saw her potential early on and kind of like stuck near her.
Oh, okay.
So that makes sense as well, because I think they have a lot of similarities as we're kind of digging deeper here.
Yeah.
But yeah, these verses are like jam packed with like fantastic stuff. An anti-Western perspective on a war that's happening in the 80s, like from such a popular artist, is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But this song like is really, really like, it's not just like shoving words at you. The atmosphere's there, everything's there, the feeling. It's just really fantastic.
I don't know. I think There Goes the Tenor still has it for me. That one.
It's a lot more fun, that's for sure.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
You know. Pull Out the Pin kind of made me feel bad. So, yeah, I don't know. I get what it's doing, and that's the point. But yeah, I don't know. I like listening to music that makes me feel good, and that one makes me
You
feel
are a
sad.
coward.
I know, but that's okay. I'm not
Yeah,
a.
as he listens to Father John Misty.
I don't listen to the super sad stuff. I listen to his early stuff. But we'll get to that. It's coming soon.
You don't have to include any of that.
Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna move on. Track 4, Suspended in Gaffa. I don't know what is Gaffa. I don't know. I was hoping that you would know.
I'm not British.
Oh.
Is this a jig?
I hope
Early
so.
prediction? It might be.
I really hope so. That was my favorite song on the last one. Get out of my ear. This is an ASMR album.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Come on.
Get out of my ear. All right, that was Suspended in Gaffa.
It's just going to keep getting better, I think.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that was nuts.
That one's fun.
That's like the Kate Bush song where like she knows, like she's just got all like the swagger, the charisma. She knows like she's able to just be as a creative, just as free as possible, and she doesn't care. And that's when you get stuff like this where it's just like it's eccentric. It's like it's just amazing how things build. Her choruses are so powerful and like open. That's what I loved about Hounds of Love. Is just like it's a soaring, like very smooth experience with like a lot of power behind it. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm getting from this one.
Yeah, this one, oh, it's the most popular. I didn't even notice that. But
I
I can see why. It's very fun.
Most straightforward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very fun, straightforward, Irish jig, sea
A
shanty-esque.
little bit.
Yeah, very fun. I really like that one. That one's probably my favorite.
Gaffa
So-
is a type of tape, by the way.
Oh, like gaffing tape.
Yeah. When you search Gaffa on Google, Kate Bush comes up first before what the tape is. So
Yes, they use that on films for
Yeah.
lighting. Yeah. Interesting. I guess that makes sense.
that
Suspended
makes a
in
lot of
Gaffa.
sense.
Yeah, it's
And
tape.
especially with her being a musician as well. Lights
True.
behind the camera.
True. Yeah. I
Yeah.
I just figured it was a place, and I was wrong. But speaking of most popular songs ever, let's pull a Silk Sonic and Leave It Open. Track 5.
Smart.
Yes. Queen influence.
Oh,
Snap.
All right.
Damn influence?
What?
That's crazy.
1982?
I hope.
Twin Peaks type beat.
Yeah. Interesting. That was Leave It Open. Track 5.
Yes, that was really good as well. We just talked about her being very open about her weirdness, and then literally the next song is her being open about her weirdness
Yeah.
and writing a song about it. Yeah, I really like that one. I'm liking these builds. She doesn't give us everything right away. There's a burn to it. But
Yeah.
I'm noticing how like well crafted all of her verses are. Just like there's a story in every track, and it's varied. It's not the same like recycled thing with different production. It's different production and different like themes and everything as we go. But that drum breakdown's nuts.
Yeah. I wasn't a very big fan of the song, and then the drum breakdown happened.
The
I
drum
was like,
came in.
okay. Yeah, that was pretty G-dang epic. And I'm hoping that this transitions into another spooky zone, because that sounded like we could be transitioning into something.
Maybe
A little
it's a title
bit.
track. So you never know.
Maybe we're dreaming of nightmares. That would be so scary. All right, The Dreaming, track 6.
Good night, mate. The outback.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, it is. It's an
Let's go.
Australian. All right.
I thought the freaking jig would be the weirdest
True.
genre.
Oh, Paul Newman. Famous. Oh, wait, I think he was American. Never mind. I thought he was Australian.
Dangled in was in a bottle and a potion from the bush.
Sounds so goofy.
Another kangaroo on the
Is this how Australian people sound to British people?
I think that's just how Australians are.
Okay.
I mean,
That was The
think-
Dreaming.
that was the title track.
Yes.
Bold as always. Why not do a freaking Australian song?
Yeah.
But with good purpose as always. This is a very uncommercial album, but like at the same time, these are also ideas that like are way ahead of its time, and probably label execs probably wouldn't like very much. Talking about how Aborigine Australians get their land stolen, that's a little bit too extreme. Kate Bush, you can't say that.
Especially in 1982.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's an
but-
unpopular opinion.
Yeah, really good song. Not one that you just listen to usually, I don't think, because it is very different from
Yeah.
everything else. But I think if you're gonna tackle like the taking of like indigenous lands and pushing of populations out, like you gotta embody the area.
Yeah.
And I love just this is a very percussive and rhythmic album, and I think it's helping a lot with like the topics she's covering to do that kind of style. Because you can just kind of nod away with it, but like at the same time, she's got a lot of fantastic lyrics thrown without it. So in a way, it kind of reminds me of like hip hop concept albums, because like it is so much of an environment with like lyrical pushing forwards of it,
Yeah.
in a rhythmic way. So it's kind of like doing the same thing, which is interesting. But yeah, I really like that one. Powerful lyrics again. She's just ahead of her time in songwriting as well.
Yeah, I thought that one was all right. Again, I don't think this is one I'm going to be putting on all the time, but I did enjoy it. It was a little bit, I keep saying wacky, but this album is
very
very out there. Which, Hounds of Love, at least the first part, it wasn't too crazy. It's like just really solid pop. And now it's just like, well, now we're in the thick of it in the Australian outback.
Yeah, big.
So, I don't know. We'll move on. Track 7, The Night of the Swallow. Hopefully, the bird, not the action.
We'll see. We'll see. Double entendre.
I hope not.
Doesn't like it.
might have heard this song. This might have been the first Kate Bush song I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Just come on the radio.
I heard it somewhere. I don't remember. I think it like auto played,
Oh.
but I've never been able to find it.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's no risk, no waste of nothing, no moonlight, no pigs who fly, they'll never find me posing as the night I hold before the morning.
It was Night of the Swallow.
Amazing.
That one was fun.
That one was next level. All she needs is a piano, really. But like, even just taking that and again that slow build, adding those bagpipes and like those other elements in the chorus to make it just go off, go back into the piano ballad, and then that next refrain when it comes up, it's just more and more powerful and it builds. It's just so like thematic and everything just flowed perfectly on this one. It's very smooth. This record hasn't been very smooth so far.
No.
There's a lot of percussion elements to this one. Just it's that soaring again. You're just like 10,000 feet above the clouds or whatever. It's just beautiful. That's not the song I was thinking of that I heard, but I need help finding that one because it's a very long piano ballad with her. I don't know what song it is, but it was like one of the most beautiful songs I've heard. I just don't know what it is.
It's probably Get Out of My House.
Get out of my house. It could be. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. But yeah, that one's really fantastic. Just the simple things she does very well here.
Yeah, I was a big fan of especially the more upbeat moments. I think the parts where it was just her at the piano, they tended to drag. I think they may have went a little bit too long, but
That's gotta hit your soul, otherwise it's not gonna be. That stuff's just.
I don't
It's
get.
just.
I don't
That's
get
the
that.
one. that-
I don't get connection like that. I just make it sound nice. And if there's not a whole lot going on, then I don't get anything out of it. So I enjoy the idea of, slowing it down. And I like songs that do that, but I think it was just a little bit too long because it was like a minute sometimes where it's like in between. And it's like, I don't care. Like, just go back to the fun Irish jig stuff. That's what I like. So, but that's how we're different. You like long, boring stuff, and I don't like that.
Just an hour and a half of subtle noises.
But yeah, we'll just move on. Number 8, All the Love. This better be a love ballad with Marvin Gaye.
So
Be awesome.
Kiss me with the tears. They hadn't been near me for years. Say why do it now when I won't feel wrong? I'm going out. Time I dedicate my life's work to the friends I make. I give them what they want to hear. They think I'm up to something weird and up is the head of feeling. So now when they ring, I get my machine to let them in.
That was All the Love.
gotta come back down to planet Earth for a minute here. That was gorgeous again. Still same kind of like soundscape there.
Yeah.
More dreamy, if I say.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, it's very like she's so good at piano ballads. The piano playing here is great. There's a good push and pull of like loudness and like gentleness. I love that pre-chorus with the way the production shifts before the chorus. It's like drops out. It's very airy. Even those vocals are like just kind of like blowing in the wind as they go past. It's just a very, very delicate song, but like man, these are the ones that like entrance you in them. Like that could go on for like 20 minutes. I'd be down. Well, that was fantastic.
Me and you are so different.
That's true.
That one's my least favorite song for sure. It's like nothing happened. So yeah, that's the only one that's made it in the losing playlist though. So it's a pretty good track record. But yeah, was not feeling that one. Sound off in the comments why I'm wrong. I know you're gonna do it anyways. Let's
I'll let you
do
guys do
let's do track 9, Houdini. Hopefully named after Harold.
Harold Houdini.
Very funny man, I may say.
At the table and hold hands with weird strangers. With a kiss,
Okay.
toss the key and feel your tongue.
Is that dog barking in the right ear? Like a little dog yip yapping?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, you didn't?
No, that's
It was like the beat. It was like, yeah, yeah.
oh,
Oh. That's a first. I noticed
it is a
something
first
Debbie
actually. I'm tripped out. I think I was too entranced. I wasn't even here.
doesn't. Oh. See, in the right ear.
I think that is what
There's
that
a
is,
little
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, that's nice.
I was Houdini.
Can you miss once in your life, please? This is getting insane. Record player, doing the same thing I've done for the last 3 tracks. Beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. Yeah, amazing. That interlude there was amazing. That orchestral bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole song about like how Houdini made like a code for his wife when he died, so like he could like, or she could like contact him or something. So like this very like spiritual like magician type thing, and then she makes this kind of song out of it. She really takes like a wide variety of things that like interest her,
Yeah.
and then just like compile them to like these like very magical like enchanting songs. It's crazy.
She's definitely doing some weird stuff here. Mm-hmm. Which, oh, look at the cover. I think that's Harry Houdini because the shackles with the padlock
Oh,
on it.
yep, that's exactly what that is.
I'm a genius.
Genius. And you hear the dog barking.
And I heard the dog. Yeah, that's like,
Down.
I'm probably like the smart one on the channel, I think, now.
I'm stepping down.
Yeah. Well, it's time for you to get out of my house.
Ah, classic.
That's right. Starting with donkey noises, according to the lyrics.
Hee-haw.
Yeah.
Oh, it is actually referencing that. Yeah.
Pause in the doorway. It's the thoughts stole you away. With my key eye. This house is full of madness. This house is full of mistakes. This house is full of madness. This house is full of with my key eye. With my key eye. Kiss from the seas. As I look at you, I face towards the wind. I change into them, change into them.
Donkey. Let's go.
Oh, yo!
It's back.
I had no idea this was going to be a donkey song.
First of its kind,
I
actually.
think so. All right. That was Get Out of My House and the album at large.
That's all I can say at this point. That was a really good track as well. Again, I feel like I've been trying to like put into words like what her music really is, but it really is just like a very surrealist like depiction of things almost. It's very free, it's open, everything feels grounded, but like this whole album seems very, it is like the dreaming. It's like everything's kind of grounded, but everything's still a little mystical, mysterious, out of place. Especially at the first half of the record with like all the rhythmic things, the heavy drums and everything, and then going into this very smooth flowing section of just very grounded ballads, and then ending with something as crazy as donkey noises and a giant like drum breakout. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just really amazing how the range first off, and then like just the influences she takes on every single track. It's like little things that people would like look at and then be like, that was cool. But she's like, I really like that idea about Harry Houdini living like a note system for his wife once he dies. Let me write a song about that. It's like all these little weird things that she does. It's just really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the album. I think, I think maybe it would maybe work a little bit better when we listen to it from start to finish. I feel like we say that a lot. The format of our show is constantly putting us at a disadvantage for getting the full experience.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when there's two of us, though, because we have to stop. We can't just talk over music, otherwise it's going to be
Chaotic.
weird. Yeah.
But I think for me, I really like the loud, bombastic, percussive start to the record. I thought that was really fun. Something I never heard before. She was doing all these weird ideas and like sampling little doggies or a train or whatever. Just helicopter, yes. But towards the end, it kind of just became like the same thing over and over and over again with all the ballads back to back, similar to Mariah Carey for me, where that was just all ballads. I'm really trying to make everybody angry.
You really are. You're making me angry over here.
In the least amount of sentences. But I enjoyed like Suspended in Gaffa. There Goes a Tenor. I think Leave It Open. Was that the Australian one?
No, that was the title track.
Oh, it was? Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that one too. But yeah, I don't know. I think for sure I enjoy Hounds of Love more. I listened to that today in preparation, and man, that thing is really G-dang solid.
Yeah, that's like about a perfect album. And this, I think I'd put this one at the same level as that one. Just in terms, it's not as concise or like there's not a through line through it. This one's very diverse and everything. But I think the dreaming concept here shows really well because it is so varied.
Yeah.
It's just a giant daydream session, just like spit out onto an album and like everything works. But I don't know. I feel like the run from like track 7 to track 9 is insane. I can't wait to do that without pausing because like even when it's ballads like that, there's so much diversity in those little things, and there's little production things that are really fantastic, and just the emotion of it. Her voice is fantastic as well. But even starting off the record, Bombastic is great. There Goes a Tenor is awesome. Pull Out the Pin, the anti-war song is awesome. Yeah, I don't have a least favorite track. I don't think. I don't know what my favorite track is either. The whole thing just seems very, very solid, consistency wise. But I don't know. I feel like 7 through 9 blew me away more than the rest. But that's just because they're probably the least jarring.
Yeah.
But we'll see in the update, the next
retrospective,
the recap we do.
Yeah.
Once I have more time with this thing. But this is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, it'll definitely deserve some re-listens, but I would actually suspect I would probably like this thing less the more I listen to it. But that's just off rip. That could be completely wrong. But just knowing me and how dumb idiot monkey brain works, I have a feeling that I'm gonna like really end up despising some of these songs. But who knows?
I've been in my Art Kid ambient vibe for a while though, so like this came in a
That's
perfect
true.
time.
That's true. You have been doing
in weirdo
that,
mode for a minute.
and I have not. And I do not like ambient, or I need that flash. I need the constant switching. Like
Yeah, that's the first half of this record.
that's the first half of the record,
Yeah.
and then it slows down. Which it's not a bad thing for I'm not saying it's bad music. It's just not for me. So it's good. So delete your comment. But that was The Dreaming. We'll be doing the new Father John Misty record next week. So be on the lookout for that. And then
Mitski's coming after that,
Mitski.
brother.
That's right.
Be the
Mitski
cowboy.
be the cowboy. And then we'll see.
Whatever
But-
Babjib has on his wheel.
Yeah.
We'll give that a spin. Could be literally anything.
Could be. I'm hoping for a whole lot of red. I think that would be a whole lot of fun.
There's some that are like incredibly quiet, like gentle, beautiful albums, and then we also have like a whole lot of red on there.
Yeah. The
there's a couple-
underscores.
Yeah, he's got a wild variety on there. So
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
for all the
That's so
Zoomers
cool.
out there,
Yeah.
he's got you.
Yeah. So until then, if you can't get enough of us, we have a podcast in the description. We also have a Twitter where I tweet fun things. I don't know. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't tweet, so
Yeah.
it's all him on there.
So if we ever get suspended, it's not Babby's fault. It's all my fault.
No,
So
unless I reach a breaking point one day and decide to go on Twitter, but I don't see that happening.
no, I
I've
don't.
been broken for a long time. I don't think anything worse is gonna happen.
either. True. Yeah. That was the album. Shalom.
Is that how we end these? Yeah. Just put a soundbite of a didgeridoo and then end it.
Oh, that would be fun.